Nigerians, Peter Obi has proved beyond reasonable doubt that his interest is not in becoming the president of Nigeria, but in causing another civil war. Listen to me while I explain. Peter Obi has lied several times that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has borrowed more than his predecessors. Well, in actual fact, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reduced Nigeria's debt from over $100 billion to 90-something billion dollars. Now, this is how he's capitalizing on that. Remember that the dollar was around 300 when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came into power. Now, take this scenario. If Nigeria's debt was only $1 million, then that time, Nigeria's debt in Naira would be 300 million Naira. Now, let's say Nigeria still maintain that same debt of $1 million today. Due to floating of the Naira and removing subsidy from the dollar, Nigeria's current debt in Naira now will no longer be 300 million, but will now be 1.5 billion. So when you compare the debt then and the debt now in Naira, calling the figure in Naira makes it look extra big. He's capitalizing on that to deceive his naive fans. 2, President just sent a borrowing plan to the National Assembly. But Peter Obi is constantly deceiving Nigerians that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is planning to borrow the amount in the borrowing plan, when that is not an amount to borrow, a proposal to borrow, but a plan that shows how much the country can borrow over a period of time. Now, let's break this down. How will Peter Obi, a constant liar, find his way or win Nigeria's president election with lies? Is impossible. Or let's say Peter Obi, he's not actually lying, he's only naive of what he's saying. Then how will a naive man who could not simply understand floating of the Naira, why Nigeria's debt is in Naira now is very big, what would that person be doing in the presidency? I don't see the possibility of Peter Obi winning Nigeria election. To me, Peter Obi is just a content creator. Now, for example, look at the coalition. How would you go into a coalition with people and you claim that if you don't get the ticket, you are pulling out? Is the coalition formed because of you? Then secondly, in that coalition, Peter Obi is the dumbest of all. A 100% corrupt Atiku is better than 100% decent Obi. You see El-Rufai there, he might have some corrupt this thing, but he's intellectually sound. For years, El-Rufai have been projecting for Nigeria to cut their ties with NNPC. If that happens, if Nigeria cuts their ties with NNPC and float a regulatory body for the oil sector, NNPC becomes a private company on its own and stay clear from everything has to do with Nigeria crude oil. All the refineries in Nigeria will receive more than enough crude for them to effectively refine their fuel to maximum. This refinery will sell this product, export them to the world. Our trade surplus will increase, our foreign reserve will increase, and the Naira will have no other option than to grow rapidly. That is how sound El-Rufai is. So in that coalition, the dumbest person in that coalition is Peter Obi. But the crazy part is that he's the most loved Nigerian politician now. He's capitalizing on that to tell lies, to ignite Nigerian youth, to plan a revolt against the presidency, against the nation that will lead to another civil war. If the federal government does not contain Peter Obi now, I see another civil war coming. I see another civil war coming. Have you seen any politician come to tell crazy lies about Tinubu and this administration? They tell lies systematically. For example, you can hear politicians say Nigerians are hungry. Even though President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not the reason why they are hungry, but the truth is that they are hungry. Those are systematic lies. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, take action now. Federal government, take action now. Thank you, and God bless you.